Thank you very much for enrolling in this course. My name is Bertha Hokong and I'll be your instructor. You are doing the automated Twitter posting course with Python. So the very first thing, this lesson, we're going to learn how to get Python installed on your computer so that you can be able to develop your script and get a code editor installed as well so that you can write the Python script directly off a code editor. So let's get right to it. Um, Go to your to Google and search for install Python. Now, one of the most important skills that you will have to develop as a developer is the ability to search for information. There is a lot of information that is available out there. You just have to look for it. If you click on install Python, there's a couple of websites that come up, but what you're looking for is python.org. Be careful not to click on blogs and other sites that are created by other people that are not from the original Python package. Python.org is the correct one. So let's just right click on that one to be able to open the website and look for the download section. Now, to get the downloads, you need to go to downloads. Just hover on it without clicking on it and see all the different options that you have for downloading Python. Now, depending on which operating system you're on, you need to download the specific Python that's going to work on your operating system. So if you're on Windows, you need to click on Windows and download Python for Windows. If you're on Mac OS X, the same, other platforms and so forth. So in this training, we're going to cover downloading Python for Mac OS X and Windows. And in this specific course, we're doing the Mac OS X version. And I'm on a Mac OS X, so that is the one that is already highlighted. And you can just click on this button to download it and just keep track of the version you're downloading, 3.8.3. So we are on Python 3. If you have a one of the latest version of Mac, it already comes with Python pre-installed, but that is version 2.7, and you want 3.8 because that is the latest version. So you just click on that to get it installed. You'll get an installation of package, and double click on that and follow the instructions to get Python installed. Now, one thing to note about Mac OS X and I think other operating systems is that you will have both Python 2 and Python 3 installed in your computer. So when you click on this 3.8.3 to download it, it does not uninstall the older version. The older version remains installed in your computer and you have both Python 2 and Python 3 on your computer. And every time you run a script, you have to decide which version you want to use. It's very, very important. Now, provided you've installed Python correctly, let us test for it and let's search for the terminal. Okay, how I got here was just go to the top to the search for button and look for terminal. And when you have terminal install open, let's just type Python 3. If you just clicked a Python, you would open the original Python that I talked about earlier, Python 2.7. That is what comes pre-installed in your Mac. And that's not what we're looking for because we just installed Python 3. So exit out of that and type Python 3 instead. And if you do that, you will get 3.7. Now, if you were following this video, you would have 3.8, but since I installed it when it was still 3.7, that's also fine. So I'm not going to change that. Okay, so let's exit out of, let's just make sure that this works. Python, let's give it a nice easy sum to do. 1 plus 1 and 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So what this actually does, it's running Python directly off your terminal when you do this. And you can run anything. Anything that Python can do, you can run it directly off the terminal, but that's not what we want. We want to write a script where we design it the way we want it and test it the way we want it, so we don't want to work off the terminal. We will exit off the terminal, and this is where we have to install the code editor. Okay, so let's go back to our website, our internet, and open a new window, and let us just search for Atom. Okay, this is one of my favorite code editors. You can use any code editor that you like. You can use Visual Studio Code. I mean, you can use. There's a couple of them. You can research. You can even just search for code editors and see what comes up. And there's a lot. There's videos. 11 best code editor and 19. Read through that and decide the one that you want. Maybe you try a couple. People have preferences, and but in this, for the purposes of this lecture, we're going to use Atom because I just find it simple and easy to work with. And let's just click on that and click download. Atom is much easier to download. As soon as you've downloaded it, it just comes as an application. You drag it into your application folder and then you're good to go. Okay, so I will not click that because I already have Atom installed, but that's what you would do. If you have any difficulty installing either Atom or Python, please let us know in our forum discussion area and we will attend to you as soon as possible. Or email me directly and I will try to assist you. But before you do that, please search for information. There is literally tons and tons of information online. You could search for anything. You could search, I'm having problems installing Python, and you're going to find a lot of things to troubleshooting. So get used to searching for things on the internet as a developer. This is where you're going to find a lot of your information from. Now we've installed Python. We're going to do a quick test, just make sure that it's running properly. What we're going to do here is we're on a blank desktop. Let's just open up Atom by going to our applications and looking for Atom, and that's it right there. And if we open it, it'll be a blank Atom, and let's just create a new folder and save this folder as testing .py, and let's just save it on the desktop so that we can just do a quick test. Now, once you've done that, ignore what's on the left there because what it actually does, it shows you the folder structure, which is very useful. You will see later when we're doing more complicated code. But for now, we're only interested in this. So let's just do quick maths and say, I don't know, what is 1 plus 1? The same thing we typed in our terminal, and let's see if Python can compute that. So let's save that and let's close this and let's go to our terminal, open that up, and we have to make sure when you're running a Python script off the terminal, you have to make sure that you are in the directory where your Python script is. So we are now in the home directory, so let's just look for the desk top and be able to run our Python script off of there. So if you list all the files on the desktop, you'll see there is your script that you just created. And let's run Python 3. Remember that you can, every time you run a script, you can choose to use Python 2 or Python 3 if you just installed Python 3. So we want to use 3 and just the name of the script that you created, and it will run it. So we don't see anything happening. We don't see the numbers displayed, but your script actually ran. Well, the reason why you don't see anything is you're not telling it to show you anything. You're just telling it to do 1 plus 1 and it's done it. So let's add some visuals to see what's happening here. So let's just say we want to print something so that we can see that the script actually ran. So let's say we want to print that if you add 1 and 1, you will get, and we want to see what the number is that you will get. Okay, so let's leave that as an empty space, and we want the number to be displayed there. So let's assign a variable to this. Okay, so what we've done here is we're saying 1 plus 1, and we assign a variable to this variable. We've assigned this answer to this variable called num, and let's put in that num there, but you can't do it like that because this is a string. You have to tell it to add the string, to add the answer into the string later when it's compiling. Okay, so this is the format that you would write it in Python. So you are combining the string with the answer, and the answer will be inputted in there. And let's save that and run the script, the same script that we just made. Run it again, and now it's printing for you. If you add 1 and 1, you will get 2. So it's put that 2 there. So now you know you've got Python installed. You've got a code editing editor installed that works, and we're ready to move forward and start developing our code for our Twitter. Thank you.